USS Abraham Lincoln, known by its hull number CVN-72, is more than just an aircraft carrier. It is a floating symbol of American naval power, technological dominance, and global presence. Named after the 16th President of the United States, a leader remembered for unity, resilience, and strength during the nation's most difficult times, this warship carries a legacy that extends far beyond steel and nuclear reactors. When the Abraham Lincoln cuts through the oceans, it represents decades of innovation, strategy, and the dedication of thousands of sailors who live and work aboard one of the most powerful warships ever built. Construction of the USS Abraham Lincoln began in the early 1980s at Newport News Shipbuilding in Virginia, the only shipyard in the United States capable of building nuclear-powered aircraft carriers. After years of meticulous engineering and assembly, the ship was launched in 1988 and officially commissioned into the U.S. Navy in 1989. From the very beginning, CVN-72 was designed to operate in a rapidly changing world, as the Cold War was nearing its end and new global threats were beginning to emerge. As the fifth ship of the Nimitz-class, it inherited a proven design while incorporating improvements in survivability, command systems, and aviation support. One of the most defining features of the USS Abraham Lincoln is its nuclear propulsion system. Powered by 2 nuclear reactors, the carrier can operate for more than 20 years without refueling, giving it unmatched endurance and strategic flexibility. This allows the ship to travel at speeds exceeding 30 knots and remain deployed for extended periods without relying on traditional fuel supplies. Nuclear propulsion not only reduces logistical constraints but also enables rapid response to crises anywhere in the world's oceans. Wherever national interests are threatened, the Abraham Lincoln can arrive quickly and stay as long as needed. The sheer size of the USS Abraham Lincoln is staggering. With a length of over 1,090 feet and a displacement of more than 100,000 tons when fully loaded, it is essentially a floating airbase. Its flight deck alone spans more than 4 acres, providing space for constant flight operations day and night. The carrier typically embarks an air wing of around 60 to 70 aircraft, including F/A-18 Super Hornets, electronic warfare aircraft, early warning planes, and helicopters. These aircraft give the ship the ability to conduct air superiority missions, strike targets deep inland, provide close air support, and perform reconnaissance across vast regions. Life aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln is demanding and intense. The ship is home to more than 5,000 sailors, including the ship's crew and the embarked air wing. It operates like a small, self-contained city, complete with medical facilities, kitchens, gyms, workshops, and even a shipboard newspaper. Every sailor has a specific role, and the success of the entire carrier depends on teamwork, discipline, and precision. Flight operations, in particular, require absolute coordination. Aircraft launches and recoveries happen around the clock, often in challenging weather and sea conditions, where even a small mistake can have serious consequences. Throughout its service life, the USS Abraham Lincoln has played a critical role in major military operations and global security missions. In the 1990s, it supported operations in the Persian Gulf, enforcing no-fly zones over Iraq and demonstrating American naval presence in a volatile region. After the attacks of September 11, 2001, the Abraham Lincoln became one of the first carriers to deploy in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. Its aircraft flew combat missions over Afghanistan, striking terrorist targets and supporting coalition forces. On the ground, one of the most historic moments in the carrier's career occurred in 2003, when it returned from a long deployment in the Middle East. President George W. Bush landed on the flight deck of the USS Abraham Lincoln to announce the end of major combat operations in Iraq. While the event later became controversial, it cemented the ship's place in modern history and highlighted the symbolic importance of aircraft carriers as platforms not only for military power but also for political messaging. Beyond combat operations, the USS Abraham Lincoln has also been deeply involved in humanitarian assistance and disaster relief missions. Aircraft carriers are uniquely suited for these roles due to their ability to generate electricity, produce fresh water, and deploy helicopters and medical teams. Whether responding to natural disasters or providing aid after humanitarian crises, the Abraham Lincoln has shown that military power can also be used to save lives and support stability. Technological upgrades have been a constant part of the ship's life cycle. Over the years, the USS Abraham Lincoln has undergone major refueling and complex overhaul periods, during which its reactors were refueled, systems modernized, and combat capabilities enhanced. These upgrades ensure that the carrier remains relevant in an era of advanced missiles, cyber warfare, and emerging threats. Modern radar systems, improved command and control networks, and integration with newer aircraft allow the ship to operate as part of a highly connected naval force. The role of the USS Abraham Lincoln extends beyond warfare. Its presence in international waters often serves as a powerful deterrent, signaling commitment to allies and warning potential adversaries. When the carrier strike group enters a region, it brings with it destroyers, cruisers, submarines, and support ships, forming a layered defense and offensive capability. This mobile force can project power without the need for land-based facilities, making it a cornerstone of U.S. naval strategy. As global security challenges continue to evolve, the USS Abraham Lincoln remains a vital asset. While newer carriers like the Gerald R. Ford-class are entering service, the Abraham Lincoln continues to demonstrate the enduring value of the Nimitz-class design. Its ability to adapt, upgrade, and operate across decades is a testament to the foresight of its designers and the professionalism of the sailors who serve aboard it. In the end, the USS Abraham Lincoln is more than a machine of war. It is a living, moving symbol of national resolve, technological excellence, and human dedication. Every deployment writes a new chapter in its long and distinguished history, carried forward by the men and women who stand watch on its decks and in its control rooms. As it sails the world's oceans, the Abraham Lincoln continues to uphold its namesake's legacy, standing as a guardian of freedom, stability, and power on the seas.